Recording. This is our team sweat and repeat at home. Team Sarah call 29. So we will get right into the PowerPoint. Can you guys see it still? No.
No.
Cool. Cool. Let me figure that out. All right. Technical difficulties. Share my screen. Okay, from beginning. Cool. You guys can see it?
Yes.
All right. So I wanted to start every call again with the reason why we're doing this. It doesn't have to be the same. It could be the same why we're doing it, but we could always think of different reasons why. You know, it's not just only for this or this. There's multiple reasons why we want to do this. I just want to keep that fresh in our head because, again, if we don't know why we're doing this, we're just simply not going to do it. So obviously my big why is coming home to my daughter. But another why that I have is paying off student loan debt. I have so much student loan debt that gives me chills and I hate seeing there. So that's another aspect of this is I want to pay off my debt and be debt free and not have to worry about it. And I know this opportunity is going to do it. So that's a huge push for why I work so hard as well in this business. So I don't know if Shelby or Haley, if you guys have any other whys that you want to share or why.
Go ahead.
I'm just pushing you off the ledge.
Or you don't have to, or just something to think about. I mean, I just want this to always be a constant reminder for us to do the work, you know? So if you want to share, if you don't want to. Okay.
We're thinking.
Oh.
I can think of one. Just basically, I want to be able to do whatever I want, whenever I want. Like this weekend, I was surprised with these tickets to the festival. But all of last week, I was stressing about money. And I want to be in a place where I don't even have to have that in my life anymore. I know you'll always be thinking about, the future and whatever. Money is always going to be on my mind, but I wish that it wasn't just sometimes it's very scarce. So, yeah, that's it for me is I just really want to get to a place where I don't have to even think about, is it okay for me to indulge in this or whatever.
Or checking your bank account after a huge
Exactly.
spending. I'm I don't want to do it.
Yeah. Or
I hate that
just
feeling.
checking my bank account all last week. I just got a smoothie or something, and I'm having to check it every time. So
yeah, I hear ya.
Basically that. And of course, I kind of said this yesterday, but just before I do have kids, I want to be able to build a lifestyle that they can learn from and that they can really admire. Because if it's not for me, if I already admire what I'm doing right now, I'm doing the things and I want to do more. But when they do come around, I want to be able to have a life that they can learn from.
Yeah. I'm sure Haley could probably relate to that too.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're having issues with that currently. So it's kind of I talked to Sarah about it before and, she just kind of basically reminds me that, this is your time to get this going. And maybe there's a reason why,
Yeah.
as opposed to me sitting here thinking that all the bad things, right?
And It's not so much about the business opportunity, even just being on your health and fitness journey. This is the time to get in that mindset, health all around, get in that best shape and all of that. And that's going to set you up. It's all a trickle effect. I feel
it's so true. And Haley, I'm having issues as well. I've been trying for over a year now. And I'm about to go back to get an actual doctor's appointment about that.
Yeah.
And they always tell me oh, make sure your stress level's down. And I'm girl, my whole life is about eliminating stress, I swear. But this has really been something that, it really does connect the physical health with the mental health and everything else for me too.
Yeah.
So definitely trying to have a baby is my why too.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Just getting us there.
Okay, thank you guys so much for sharing. Like that, I think it's just so crucial that we just have to have. I mean, I know my why every day when I work, but like it's just so good to like vocalize it and just get it out in the universe and remember why we get up so early for these calls and do the things and whatever it is. So I also wanted to drop some more personal development recommendations because, as always, we should be listening or reading a book. I kept the Keisha Fitzgerald podcast from last time just because it's so fire. Like, that has to be. And she's a top Beachbody coach. It doesn't have to be Beachbody people, but I think it's nice to relate to them because it's like, she did it, so can we. And two other ones, I actually had a team call with my upline coach, Ashley, and her coaches yesterday, and we kind of shared some personal development. So these were their suggestions that I jotted down that I want to check out. One is called Super Attractor by Gabrielle Bernstein. And I instantly thought of Shelby, if you haven't read this yet. Have you read it?
I haven't yet. It's been on my list though.
Okay, because it sounded like something that'd be up your alley, like just like manifesting your dream life and all about like energies. And I was like, okay, that sounds really interesting.
Yeah, I've heard really good things.
Okay, cool.
The
So
Julie girl also mentioned that book, I think.
Oh, okay.
She was like, it's really kind of like woo-woo, but it's really fucking good.
Okay, yeah, I need to listen to that. I'm listening to Dare to Lead by Brene Brown, and it's good. I think I need to reorganize when I listen to it because I currently listen to it on my drive to work, which drive to work is not fun and like kind of like early in the morning. And the book isn't really like a energizing book. It's more of like learn how to be a leader and like very black and white, straightforward. I think I need more of like the Keisha Fitzgerald, like pump up in the morning to get my day going. And like when I'm at work, put my earplugs in and listen to that. But so I'm going to probably shift that around. And then the other one I heard of is another podcast, but it's called Stop the Hey Girl. And she, I guess, specifically does this. Again, I haven't read these yet, so I'm just like going off of the summary that I've seen so far. It's meant for online coaches and learning how to build a business without cold messages. So some of the other coaches really resonated with this one. So I'm going to check that out as well. I have that in my library now. So, just some suggestions.
That one sounds really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's actually where my struggle is right now. And I've even talked to Kevin about it, is like how I'm inviting. And it's such a mindset thing. And I keep like doubting myself. Not to get too heavy into this, but I always struggle with my invites. Like some people want to go like short and sweet to the point. And then some people want to build that relationship first. And I did that route when I first started. And I felt inauthentic to myself because I was like, I don't know, like, I hate to admit this, but I was like, honestly, I don't care like how your dog is or like building that small talk because it didn't feel authentic to me. I felt like I was just saying it to say it. And that energy went out and people were like, what are you trying to sell me? Like, and I feel like people see through that. And that's how I am as a receiving end of that. Cause I'm like, well, let me see your page. Okay. You're a Beachbody coach. Like, just get to the point. Like, and that's how I switched my invites to just be like, hey, thanks for the follow. You obviously see what my page is about because you followed me. Do you want to, do you want more information or something?
Right.
But lately, I think it's messing with my mind because a lot of people are like, why don't you build a relationship first? Like people that are receiving these messages. And I'm like, but would you think I'm even authentically trying to get to know you if I did build a relationship?
Right.
To me, I feel like that comes after. And obviously, along with following each other's pages, that's naturally going to happen. I'm going to see your stories and we're going to build a relationship that way. But I feel like to be right off the bat, like, how old are your kids and what are their names? And like, I don't know. And so that's something I struggle with. And for me, other people have a ton of success building that relationship first. So I think it's finding what fits for you and is authentic to you. Because I think people see right through that. And so side note, that's like my struggle bus right now. So I'm working through that. I'm working through it. Okay.
It's a good thing to work on though, even for us. Like, I don't know how long you've been doing this, Haley, but for me, just starting out, that's really good for me to keep in mind too. Cause I'm trying to find a balance, I think. And of course, every person's going to be different, but yeah, I think like feeling out what they would be into, but it's hard when you're following new people.
Yeah. But then I think too of what got me to this point, and it's the invite where I was just short and to the point. And I feel like that's going to be my people that are just like, thanks, like, I'm busy, like, what is it? Like, cool, I'm not into it. Yes, I am into it. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm looking for. And if you're not into it, cool, we'll still follow each other. And maybe like one day you are, but like, I just want to get out there, like, this is what I'm doing. This is changing my life. Do you want to come on board this train? Like, and I'm not asking, like, do you want to join my group? I'm saying, would you be open to hearing more about it?
Yeah.
And I feel like that in itself is not, and it drives me nuts when people say cold messaging because they're following you, they're watching your stories, they're walking into your store. I think that like eliminates the cold messaging right there because I'm not looking for Joe Schmo out in the, you know, boonies and inviting them. It's somebody that's engaging with me in some aspect. Okay. I'm glad I got that. That was my personal development for the day. That I feel better. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Okay, so some quick announcements. Most of them are the same as last week. Bar Blend is still on sale this month, so definitely set anyone up with that package because it's the same price as a regular BOD and Shakeology challenge pack. So might as well get that extra bonus of Bar Blend. And then this month, all Shakeology challenge pack orders do come with a free box of pumpkin spice. It's 14 servings, 2 weeks worth of shakes for free. So definitely talk that up. And there's your sense of urgency there with while supplies last, because we honestly don't know how many are left in stock. So if people are interested, we want to get them going stat. The announcement this week, Mixed Berry Energize, which I'm so freaking pumped to try. Oh my God, it gives me like chills. It gives me those energized chills, like thinking about it. Oh my God. May 2020. So when that comes out, we obviously want to be a product of the product. So I'm going to get mine as soon as I can because I'm just so pumped. Team Cup, we got our 3 promo codes. And, you know, obviously I'm trying to be a leader of the team and I'm at SC0 right now, but I'm being consistent, showing up daily, and I know, you know, things are going to start trickling in. So we definitely want to talk about those promo codes. That should be something that we say every day in our stories. If anything, hey, I have codes, you know, people love sales. Okay, so new coach promo codes. I actually missed this on the call last week because I actually wasn't fully aware. But you get 3 promo codes within your first 3 months of being a coach. So for Brooke, Ashley, and Catherine that signed up this year, they get 3 promo codes to share for new customers. So I think it's $10 off. Coach Summit, Shelby's going. Hey girl, hey. Haley, I'd love for you to go. We're going to represent our team. So the coaches below, they can take advantage of the new coach promo price still with those deadlines below. And then the new Success Starters promo, which I wish was around when I joined as a coach. When I joined, you had to hit Success Club your first 3 months of being a coach to be into the Success Starters program. Now it's any 3 months within your first 6 months of being a coach, which is like insane. So what this gets you is an opportunity to be in a test group for a new workout program, which is insane. So that should be like a huge driving for Claudia, Sarah, and Catherine to get on board with that. Very cool thing to be a part of. Okay, so hey. I just wanted to talk about me all day, okay? I just wanted to blast my picture everywhere. Wow, hey. I put this all together and now seeing the slideshow, I'm like, hello, okay.
No.
What I want to talk about today is me, is getting a transformation. I realized this week I had a huge shift in my mindset for like my business. I think I get too fired up and too amped up to kind of, I don't want to say push, but to push people like to work their business because I get so passionate about it because I've seen so much success with myself and I know it's possible. And it's like, someone said it in a call where it's like, you have the cure for cancer and you just want everybody to have it. So you're going to like shake people and be like, I have this. Why don't you want this? And that's how I feel with this business, just because it's changing my life so much and it's like doing so many things for me. So I get too fired up with like my newer coaches and even like coaches that have been with me to be like, why aren't you doing this? Like, come on board. So I apologize for that as a leader. Like, I need to kind of like see where people are at, and you know, if they're not fully on board to do it, that's great. And we just need to like take a step back. And so that's what I kind of want to talk about today is, obviously we should all take advantage of the business opportunity that we have. But if we're not, or if, you know, if we're still kind of like not half foot, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, we need to focus first on getting a transformation. We need to be a product of the product. We need to be our own rock star challengers before we can really fully dive into being a rock star coach. And that's like the God's honest truth, that it just has to be that way. We have to be a product of the product. We have to be using the products every day. We have to be working out, following a program, be on our own journey, getting our own results. And that's where we're going to start getting fired up. Sorry, I feel like I'm shaking. I'm getting too into this again. Look at my hands up. I'm shaking on the table. God, I feel like Mac. Hands up. Okay. Sorry. Does the shaking bother you? Because I feel like I just see my, yeah, it bothers me. Okay.
I haven't even.
Sorry, I just see my screen shaking and I'm like, getting excited about the product and like getting excited about like your transformation. And what I want to get across is it doesn't have to be all weight loss. There's so many different transformations that can happen. Mindset, like non-scale victories, like you're able to fit into your jeans that you couldn't fit into once, or a size smaller in jeans, or you have more strength to do something, or you have more energy to do something. Like these are all transformations that we could talk about. And that's, I think, so crucial in this journey. And that's what's going to build the excitement. And that's what's going to build people to want to follow you and trust you when it's their time to like want to jump on board with you. So these are my transformations. Obviously the physical on top. And I love wearing like the same shirts to kind of compare the fit difference. And then I also try to throw in Mac whenever I can, because she just like drums up my engagements. Yeah, I use my kid. So. And the one on below is like a face difference. And it's also more, to me, for me, it was a face, but it's also like the girl that was on the left versus the right, because I feel like I genuinely look happier, and I am genuinely happier on the right versus the left. The left was like such a struggle bus, and I just was not happy with myself. And to me, I feel like that shines through. So it's different transformations that you can share about. And so going into that, to get a transformation, we all know that working out, we can't work out a bad diet. And I am completely guilty of this. Because nutrition is my struggle. I feel like that's everyone's big struggle. Everybody can work out for days, but like eating an apple over a cookie is going to be where people struggle. So that's why in the group chat, I wanted to do this as a team. That was more so for me being selfish, because I want to do this with somebody, like reaching out as like, you know, for help, for that accountability. Because I know if somebody else is doing this with me, then I'm going to probably have better luck sticking to it and have better results. So, and this is also something so great to share in our stories, like, hey, we're doing this. And then that's something daily that you could weave in, like today's recipe, today's whatever it is. That's so easy to like weave into your stories that people are going to follow you. And like, what's Sarah doing today on her diet? Not diet, excuse me, but like nutrition program. Again, being a product of the product, we want to help our challengers. And I heard this on the call, on the National Wake Up Call last week. If someone comes to you and wants to do this and we're not doing it, how are we going to help somebody? Like, and I'm so guilty of that, especially with the monthly fix. I'm going to join in on that, because if someone comes to me, it's like, what's the monthly fix? And I'll be like, I have no idea, because I'm not a member of that. And I'm not saying we have to buy every single product to be like a product of it, but like the new things that are coming up, it would be probably greatly encouraged to be a part of it. So if someone were to come to us and ask what it's about, we know, you know, especially with the monthly fix, it's something that you have to like be in the know of to like share it with people. So well, let me tell you.
On that note.
Autumn talked about this on the National Wake Up Call last week too. So this is where I got most of it from, because I honestly didn't know anything about it before the National Wake Up Call. So definitely be listening to those. But what it is, so the main two nutrition programs that Beachbody has is the Ultimate Portion Fix and the 2B Mindset. In the next slides, I'm going to go over the difference of them. And what the monthly fix is, it's like the ongoing membership to the Ultimate Portion Fix. So the Ultimate Portion Fix and 2B Mindset are programs that you do, and then you're kind of like done. You know, you learn the tools, and then the monthly fix, and they're actually coming out with one for 2B Mindset. They're like the ongoing, like there's more, it's like a Facebook closed group, so you get the community, the check-ins, like the ongoing support to keep you on track, to keep moving forward. And you also get more recipes. And then this isn't a call, and I'm blanking on it now, but I think you also get Autumn's like cell phone number to reach out to her with questions. Yeah. So that's like a huge perk of like being part of this. And it is an additional subscription. It's $20 a month to keep it going. But really $20 a month just to have like access to the recipes and support and to keep you on track is worth it. But you do, before you do the monthly subscriptions, you do need to do a program first, the Ultimate Portion Fix or 2B Mindset. So these are my side-by-sides. Me and Haley did the 2B Mindset, and like, I cannot stick to it. Like I struggled with it. And so that's why I want to go, personally, I want to go back to the Ultimate Portion Fix. I think personally, I need the structure of the containers telling me exactly what to eat. The mindset is more of, you know, it's like 50 videos in a series that you watch and like educate yourself. And it's like water first, veggies most. What I personally don't like every day, and I don't want to like sway anybody, but was like you had to weigh yourself every day, and I wasn't here for that. Like, and it's not like I am like I don't want to see it. I just like that's not where my mind is at to see a number every day. Like I have other transformations that I'm working on. So 2B Mindset's definitely more of like eat a lot of veggies, fill your plate with veggies, and then you can eat whatever, you know, like proteins and carbs. Like it's a really good system, but I just need that structure of like containers telling me exactly what to eat, pour it on my plate, there's my meal, done. So that's why I really want to try that and give that a try. So you can see the difference here. If you want to include BOD in it, it's $220. If you don't want the workouts, you just get the nutrition program and the shakes, it's $180. So really, yeah, for like $50 more, you get the nutrition program, but it like really just changes your life. It gives you the tools you need to like start implementing a healthier nutrition. And I can send you those if you need them. They're great tools to have, and I think they're on the team page as well. So that was the nutrition part. We need to like really hone in on our nutrition and get those results. And weaving into the results, I wanted to talk about social media really quick. I'm trying not to keep this overwhelming. I think these are just simple steps, but just good to know. We just need to show up on social media. And again, there's me again. Hi, I just love blasting my pictures everywhere. Hey. But we just need to show up in stories because that's where people are gonna like know that we're consistent, and it keeps us accountable. That's why I do, because it's like, shit, I need to share my shake, or I need to do my workout, because you know people, and I know people, a lot of people aren't like looking for my stories for a workout, but I have that mindset that they are. They're like, oh, they need to see my workout for today because I didn't post it yet. So that's how I think. So like every day I'm sharing something. And then I wanted to ask, like, because I want to keep things fun. Like I want us to show like we already are, but I want it to come across like on Instagram and like our stories, like that we're like a really cool team and like team vibes and like girl tribe and like all this stuff. And I did this before with Ashley's group and it kind of faded, but I wanted to get your thoughts on this. For like stories, like you could do hashtags. Like I know some other girls do like hashtag wake up, drink up. So I'm gonna like these like for like water, to drink water, like their daily reminder to drink water, and you tag each other. Or like we would do like trillers or like TikToks. I'm not good at TikTok yet, so I'd rather do like a triller and like Oh, girl. They're like, I'll have to show you. They're like really cool, like mashup videos, I guess, that you record. They're really fun, like dance videos.
Oh my God, cool.
Yeah, TikTok is way cooler, but I have no idea how to use it. So I'd rather like stick to like Triller. So I mean, I don't know if we like bring that back. I don't know if you guys are like into that, but just something that like connects us together and we could tag each other. So we're constantly sharing. And then people will be like, okay, these girls are having fun together. Like they're drinking their energized together. Like they're doing whatever. Like, I don't know. I feel like I got away from that. And obviously it's not like a huge driving force for your business, but it does like show that we have fun and like, we're not just business and power hour and like all that stuff. And I think that's a great like way to show community. So I don't know if you guys have any ideas or want to think about it, but maybe we could like share it in the group chat. Something we could start, I don't know, doing that this week or something. So definitely wanted to throw that out there. So being active in your stories, I strongly suggest posting once a day if you can. If anything at this point, like if you're not 100% into the business, I really suggest showing up on social media and working out, drinking the shakes. Well, there's so many things, and personal development. But you have to be like showing up. You can't like ghost your followers. Like if people look to you as a coach, they want to see consistency, because if you're not consistent, you know, they're not going to be consistent or think you're going to be consistent as a coach for them. So my other suggestion is to share a transformation or a side-by-side in every 7 to 9 posts. And that's why I shared my feed, because that's like, I have to do that because I get so many likes and comments on it and so much engagement. I feel like people, when they naturally see a side-by-side, even if like it's not a huge transformation, they are just naturally drawn to like a side-by-side format because they're like, okay, what's going on here? So those posts for me always get the most engagement. So that's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be physical. Like if you haven't lost weight or if you haven't had any physical transformations yet, it's totally fine. Talk about the mindset shift. Talk about where you were 3 months ago when you started, a year ago when you started. Talk about how happy you are. Like talk about, there's so many different things to talk about. So I definitely suggest still throwing up a side-by-side, even if it's not huge, because that will just naturally draw attention to your page and to your post. And then another thing I wanted to put, and this is just kind of like brainstorming, what are your 5? It's so important for us to not only talk about Beachbody and not to only talk about what we do. So we want to have, and I'm guilty of this too, because I have so many like workout pictures, but we want to really think about what 5 components make us up. Like how would I describe myself in 5 areas of my life? And I actually wrote this down. I think I shared it before, but like I put wife, mom, who am I? Wife, mom. I think I did put like coach. I put humor because I think I'm funny. And then I'm like, I'm funny, right, guys? And there was something else. Oh, and I work full time, like apparel industry. Like that was like my other aspect. So just like different like outlets you could talk about. Just, and that kind of helps you with post ideas too. So I definitely suggest like, and I did a bubble chart where I just did 5 and I just did little like sticks off each one to really determine like what I can talk about and who I am and what I want to share with people. Just so I'm not talking about Beachbody all day. So little homework if you want to do that. That helps, you know, figure out who you are. Who are you?
Who am I?
Oh, and then so that was my feed. And then I wanted to share 2 other, these are like just top coaches. And so like this girl on the left, I love this. If you struggle to post, she does the format of a quote in the middle. Sorry, I'm like really like nasally right now.
That's some good planning right there.
Yeah, and so that eliminates having so many pictures. You know, that's a quick like filler, and you could, and I've seen other people do that too, where it's like their middle. So you just have to plan it right to make sure after every 2 pictures you put a quote, and then it kind of lines up that way. So that's always a great suggestion. And people like that. And I feel like it looks cool too visually. So that's great for someone who doesn't have a lot of pictures and just kind of wants to still have like a beautiful feed. And then the other one on the right, just like, I love her colors, like obviously like the black and the white, and presets are huge, just to kind of make your page like clean and consistent. So definitely recommend that. Just want to share that. Okay, and then really quick, not to get so crazy, but I just saw this in our coach office. I don't know if you guys saw this as well, but I thought it was something really cool to talk about. And I don't want to go too heavy because I'm still kind of like understanding the basics of it as well. But Beachbody is changing or trying out a new method on how to earn Success Club points. So this is the retention plan, which sounds really, really cool. So as we know how to get Success Club points now by, setting someone up with a challenge pack or a Shakeology on Home Direct, this is going to start this month. So anybody that we set up this month, coach or a customer, on a challenge pack, basically when we earn a Success Club point for ourselves this month, if that person reorders or stays on the auto ship for March, and we have 3 people that stay on auto ship, so basically we sign 3 people up this month, and those 3 people reorder for March. In March, that will earn us 1 Success Club point, which is kind of cool. And you can max out at 2. So I'm guessing that means helping 6 people. But either way, whether it's 1 or 2, that still only leaves us, obviously we want to be shooting for the sky, but the minimum is SC5. So if we have 1 point just from people reordering, holy shit. My daughter just like popped up in the window. I saw something, and she's like against the door like this. I'm like, okay. Okay, that's good. Okay, I need a second. Okay, so that is the retention plan. So obviously we want people to reorder their shakes and stay on a consistent plan. So that's just one like benefit for those people that do. We get to earn an SC point, which I think is really cool, because really it's like, I don't want to say, but it's like one less person to help. But obviously we want to, if you're going by the bare minimums of SC5, you then would just need to help 2 people on challenge packs, and then have a set of 3 people from this month reorder. So I hope that makes sense. And there's a visual, because I'm a visual person, but yeah. And this is Team Cup month, so we should be like, we really need to like be pushing it up. And obviously like I'm not on the board yet either, and I'm really trying, but if we help 3 people and those 3 people reorder next month, we get an SC point, which is super, super awesome. So definitely something to think about. And we could talk more about this as it goes, but I think that'd be a really cool plan if they implemented that. I think this is just kind of like the testing group right now to see if they're going to move forward with it. And then a wrap up, simplicity. I hope I don't overwhelm. Like, we just need to keep it simple, and we just really need to focus on ourselves before we can serve others. Work, like I said, just get fit, get healthy, do the things. And that's the other thing I want to talk about too. And I wish more people were on the call, but like, we need to be consistent in our programs. And I wish I was at a point where I knew what everybody was doing, like what programs they were doing. But like we need to see a program from start to finish, share those results, no matter what they are. That's your transformation right there. But every program we finish has to have a transformation post, because you should be doing your before and afters. And then we just need to like be consistent with programs. Just follow the calendar, finish it, start it, finish it, and then start a new program. Like, it just goes like back to back to back. Like, so simplicity, and let's have fun. Let's figure out like what kind of like challenge, like hashtag, like group thing you want to do. And I think that'll be like really cool, just to like unite the team as well, and just keep us like all connected and like engaging with each other as a team. And that energy will be contagious, because people will be like, okay, what, like this team looks really cool. Like, what's going on? Because obviously I show that already, but just to really up the ante, like show people like we could have fun. And then I threw this in there, and I don't want to sound meh, but like, we have to always remember that this still is a business. Like, as much as like fun and like engagement, like, and results we're getting together, like, we aren't a challenge group. We are coaches. Like, this is a business. We, yes, are going to be rockstar challengers, rockstar people on our fitness journey, but we also need to think that we can make money from this, and we will make money from this. So we need to like do the things now to be able to make that money later. My mindset is to make that money now, but I mean, like, we need to focus on that journey, get people excited on that journey, and then we can, you know, start talking about it more because we feel more excited and confident about it, and then grow our business from there. So, do you guys have any questions? That was all I had. I hope that wasn't like too intense, but everybody good? I'm gonna stop sharing.
I don't think I have any questions, but I do want to share in the group just those hashtag sites that I have.
Oh, yeah.
That I use. But I want to brainstorm some hashtag challenges too. I think that'll be really fun.
And it doesn't have to be a hashtag. I mean, I don't know if other people are actually looking it up, but just something to unite us. Like,
Okay.
You know, that we could put up in our stories that unites us as a team. But I guess that would be cool if people were actually doing it. I honestly don't know how hashtags work in stories. I guess if you search the hashtag, it comes up in the story of that hashtag. So people could find it. So I guess that would be cool if it was something searchable. But yeah, I'd have to think about that. But just something like that we could like tag each other in, and like, I'm doing my like energized dancing thing, like, your turn, Shelby, Haley, go, you know, like, and then you could share, and you just get kind of like, you get more stories because you're sharing people's stories. So even if you're not in it, that's still something to invite from. Like, I think it's just a plus all around, and plus we're having fun. So yeah, I'm going to end the recording. Stop recording.